your champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. I'm Booker T, six-time world champ, two-time Hall of Famer. Got my man Brad Gilmore here with me as always, and we getting ready to do this thing like we always do right here on ESPN 975 92.5. I want to thank everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame today. Getting your champagne wishes, man. Caviar drinks. I always feel like I need a cigar and a glass of wine when I'm saying that for some reason.
You want to be Robin Leach, man. That's your life goal.
You want to be Robin Leach. And a smoking jacket and all that, man, because it just feels good saying caviar dreams, man. You know who that reminds me of too? Sammy Davis. You know what I mean? Sammy had that swag as well. You know something, baby. Oh yeah.
There you go.
So we might bring some Sammy to the show on Tuesday night. Hey man, NXT is gonna be off the chain this week. But how you doing, man? How you feel, man? How you feel, man?
I'm feeling good, Book. You know, we had a power outage at the house, so I had to kind of jump ship and make something happen on the fly. But I'm glad that we can still bring y'all the fame. Yeah. 5 minutes, the Hall of Fame. We're gonna have a great 5 minutes of fame on the podcast with Roxanne Perez. Also, Trish Stratus stepping inside the Hall of Fame. I almost said Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. Freudian slip there. And it was a great chat. You can see the video right now on our YouTube channel. But yeah, man, it's been a great week for us.
Hey man, do that Apple behind you, do it work? Do that Apple work?
I don't think so.
No, I'm saying I was just wondering because that's old school because I got one right here. I got one right here, right next to me, and I had to go take it to the shop to get all kind of stuff put in it to actually make it work to get YouTube and just the basic stuff. I can't look at like a video or anything like that. You and I on there, but it still worked. It still worked just fine. But I had to go put like $400 or $500 in it just to get it up and running. Yeah, but I was just wondering.
I just checked. It's not even plugged in.
It looks good though. It looks good. It looks real nice. I'm serious. That's one of the first ones I bought for my wrestling company, actually, for the editing and all that stuff, the editing process, and it was great for that. I actually start working on it myself when I first lost my first editor, and I started using it to edit film, and I swear, man, it's such a tedious process. It's so hard. That's why I give my man Kevin Bernhardt so much credit for being able to get in that war room and stick it out and grind, because I'm gonna tell you, man, that's probably the hardest job in film.
Oh, by far. There's a story, the original Star Wars movie, the 77 one that George Lucas directed, his wife, I think her name was Marcia, I believe, but she won the Academy Award for editing, and everyone said that the movie was awful until they got it to the edit, and the editor saved Star Wars, which also happened to be his wife. That's how important that job is, because what people don't realize, think about it in a pro wrestling show that's filmed for TV that's not produced live. When you think of it from the film perspective, you've got 3 to 4 camera angles, you got audio, you have commentary tracks, you got music tracks, you got backstage vignettes, graphics, and commercials, and you got to edit them the time. If it's going on television, it's an hour show. You really got 42 minutes. So if you have 3 matches on the show, somebody's going over, their entrance runs long, whatever's going on, you got to figure out as the editor, how am I going to cut this and whittle this down to fit the time perfectly? It is an incredible job that Kevin Bernhardt's able to turn these out 52 weeks a year, put them here on the YouTube channel, and then also segment them and format them for CW39, for CW33 in Dallas, and for the affiliate stations all around who have different commercial breaks. It's incredible that he pulls this off.
Yeah, I'm serious, man. Get that dude so much credit. And the thing is, he figured it out all on his own. He, learned the process, by just grinding, getting it. That's why I tell young people, man, if you're passionate about something, and you feel like you're good at it, stick to it. It might be your ticket out of whatever you're trying to get out of. I'm serious, so just stick with it. And I don't know if you guys have seen the new reality of wrestling arena, but I'm gonna tell you right now, man, you guys got to see it. Because it looks good. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Because the lighting is just perfect. The lighting, you know what, man? We might shoot a movie at Reality of Wrestling. That's how good the lighting is, guys. So, guys, if you're anywhere in the surrounding area of this month, the 14th, you better come to Reality of Wrestling and check it out, because guess who's going to be back? I'm announcing this right now. I'm announcing this. It's breaking news. In the main event, former Reality of Wrestling television champion who just lost it just last month due to circumstances because of one man. That one man will be back at Reality of Wrestling this month representing NXT, and he is Axiom. Yes, Axiom
Whoa.
versus Rudy Garza in the main event of Reality of Wrestling. It's all going down.
Wow.
I don't even know what name we're going to put on it. We're going to put a name on it. I didn't even put a name on it yet. You guys are getting this right now, firsthand, breaking news. So, guys, get ready, because it's going down. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good going down right there on the 14th. Just a couple of weeks. Just a couple of weeks from this day. Get your tickets. Get them now.
Yeah, man, that's huge news. Axiom and Charlie Dempsey laid it down in the debut of the brand new arena in the first ever main
Yes.
event of that facility. Did a phenomenal job. I'm excited now to see Axiom take on Rudy Garza, one of Rowe's own. And Rudy held that television championship for a very long time, BT. So it's going to be exciting to see those two styles make fights.
Styles
Make fights. We're going to see a European style, a Spanish style, mixing it up with Rudy Garza representing the Rowe here. I know we're not supposed to pick favorites, and I like Axiom. He's a great guy. You know what I mean? My next door neighbor's a great guy.
Well,
He's not from Reality Wrestling.
I mean, both of these guys pretty much kind of, Rudy, Mexican style, Axiom from Spain. He's a guy
Spain,
that
Spanish,
that's speaking as well. So this, when the Spaniards go toe to toe, it's like one of those Julio Cesar Chavez. Somebody's gonna bleed. So somebody's gonna bleed. It's gonna be one of those type of deals. It's gonna be a knockdown drag out. It's gonna be a Donnybrook. It's gonna be a fight. So I'm looking forward to it, guys. On the 14th, don't miss out. Like Mean Gene used to say, don't get shut out, because it's going down at Reality of Wrestling. Yes.
That's huge news. Huge news, of course.
I'm a little jacked up today, guys. I've been working out. I've been taking my AG1, and I'm getting ready. It's going to be a WrestleMania time. That's what I'm getting ready for. WrestleMania time. I told Byron Saxton, him and I, we're going to have another pre-show pose down, going down at WrestleMania. So guys, make sure you check it out. Whenever you see me getting pumped up, make sure you jump on the train. We got to get a hashtag. Because when I'm going to be in the gym like every day, so I'm gonna have to put something out. Hashtag that, sucker. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hashtag that, sucker. I love it. We're gonna see. I'm excited for the pose down, because you won the first pose down, and I believe the judge of the pose down was Steve Austin.
Trophy right here. Got a trophy right here. There's a trophy right here. Yeah, nice trophy too. Nice trophy. I'm looking forward to winning another one. And I'm coming. And this year I'm gonna be in much better shape. I'm gonna be much quicker, much faster. I'm gonna be floating a little bit more on my toes. Everything's going. I can feel it in my bones that I'm gonna be. The triceps gonna pop. The abdomen is gonna be ripped. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful team come WrestleMania time for me. I'm excited, man. The older I get, the more excited I get about this thing called life. I'm serious.
Hey, man, that's what it's all about. The last pose down, though, was what, 4 or 5 years ago?
It was a while back, but I think I look better now, though. That's what's crazy. I look better now than I did 4 or 5 years ago. I feel better now. maybe because, like I said, I'm not drinking coffee anymore. I don't have the cream going into my body on a regular basis. I don't have all that sugar going in me. Man, I'm like Muhammad Ali, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Oh, yeah. Can't wait to Tuesday, man. Because Tuesday, like you say, NXT is going to be the biggest show of the year. We got a whole lot of talent that's going to be a part of the show. I know I saw when the show was going off, Paul Heyman's going to be there. Paul Heyman's going to be there. Cody Rhodes is going to be there on Tuesday night. Who else going to be there? Who else going to be there, Brad?
Oscar
is going to be there. And I'm going to tell you right now,
of all time.
I'm sure somebody from the Judgment Day might be there. You know what? Damn it. The main roster trying to take over. I don't like that. I don't like what I'm seeing here. But then again, I do like what I'm seeing at the same time. It's going to be a hell of a show on Tuesday night.
Yeah, John Cena also going to be in the building, in the corner of Carmelo Hayes. So I'm telling you, star-studded. Becky Lynch probably going to be there. She's the NXT Women's Champion.
Wait a minute.
Stuff's going down.
It's called NXT now, man. Make sure you get it right.
Oh, NXT. I'm sorry.
NXT. You got to get all that stuff right with these, because social media pick that up and eat you alive if you don't say that right. All the Becky fans, man. If you don't say that right in today's world, you will get it. You will get it, bro. So make sure you do that part right. I know we probably got a lot of super chatters coming in. I haven't even checked on that yet. But I know we got a whole lot to talk about here today. I know you guys probably got a lot of questions. So let's take a quick break here inside the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a momento. Oh, yes. Can you dig it, sucker?
Hey, Book, our next sponsor of the Hall of Fame podcast is AG1, the daily foundational nutritional supplement that supports whole body health. I drink it literally every day, and I know you're drinking it too.
Yeah, man. I received the box in the mail, and I said, what is this? And it said AG1. And let me give you a little testimony. I'm a coffee drinker. I've been a coffee drinker every morning for about 25 years. And I drink a big cup of coffee on the way to the airport, and I get on my flight and I still go to sleep. So I realized coffee is not helping me at all. So I say, let me try the AG1. I stopped drinking coffee literally 2 weeks ago. And I drink the AG1 in the morning, first thing. And the first thing I want to do is get in the gym and train. The body transformation has been unbelievable. The energy I have going into my daily routine has been off the chain. So I'm a believer. I'm a believer in AG1.
And Book, for me, I was sick of taking multivitamins every day, and I wanted something that was an all-in-one. And with AG1, it's just a scoop in my water every morning. I mix it up, and it's a foundational nutritional supplement that delivers comprehensive nutrients to the whole body. And for me, the benefits of AG1, I can tell you I have more energy, I have better digestion, better gut health, I have more support for mental clarity and focus. I'm locked in for the whole day since I've been drinking AG1.
And they say LeBron James spent $1.5 million a year on his body. You don't have to do that, guys. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 AG1 Travel Packs with your first purchase. Guys, go to drinkag1.com/Booker. That's drinkag1.com/Booker. Check it out. Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. Let's talk about what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. And the thing is, what's at the top of the ticker when I actually checked earlier was Adam Copeland. Nothing but Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland is this. Adam Copeland want to go to Japan. Adam Copeland want to do Toyota. Adam Copeland about to lose my damn mind. With Adam Copeland. I'm just playing. That's my dog. But I just want to clarify something. Because I said something and people seem to, I don't know what they were listening to when I actually said it, when the news finally broke that Edge may be leaving WWE. His contract may be coming up from WWE. And I was reading a lot of comments from my last time I talked about this, and people said a lot of people saying that I said Edge would never leave WWE. I don't think I ever said that. Did I? That's what I was wondering. I'm trying to figure out myself if I'm slipping, if I'm losing it a little bit, because I always tell Brad, when I start saying stuff and I can't remember, please let me know, because I don't want to be one of these old guys that just spitting out stuff and spewing things that I'm talking about, and I don't even know what I'm talking about. I don't even remember what I'm talking about. So if you could clarify, Brad, if I ever said that Edge would never leave WWE under any circumstances.
So that wasn't ever said by you in my recollection either. I know that when we broached the subject, I floated the idea of I can never see Edge leaving WWE. I think this AEW talk is for kind of a bidding war scenario. Is what my hypothesis was. Now I prove, and I'm consistently proven, and don't mind saying it. When I'm wrong, I say that I'm wrong, and I was wrong on this one. But
And
I don't recall you.
if I remember, I shot you down immediately on that theory and that hypothesis.
I believe that you were in disagreement with me and saying that you
Why
could
don't you just
foresee
say
it
it?
happening.
Why don't you just say it? Look, man, I'm trying to get these people off my back. Why don't you just agree with me once and just say that, yeah, look, you shot him down.
Speaker, I'm not going to agree with that, Speaker. Don't make me oust you from this forum, because you don't have my full vote, but we're on the same side here.
Well, yeah, well, whatever, damn it. My thing is, I shot that theory down immediately because I always think about this business from a check perspective. I never think about it from friendship. I never think about it.
Right.
Just think for a second. Just think for a second. You think the boss is going to think that way? Do you? Do you think the
No.
boss is going to come a time where the boss say, "Well, I got to let this guy go. I got to let him go. Well, I can't pay that number. We got to let him go." It goes both ways. That's why I've never gotten close to my bosses. I love my boss that I work for. I mean, Vince is one of the best guys I've ever worked for, but I've never called his cell phone and said, "Hey, Vince, how you doing what you doing for the weekend?" I've never gotten that, because he may have to fire me. I may have to quit. I mean, so it goes both ways. So when I see people say, well, somebody is never going to do something in this day and age, when there's so much money out there on the table to be made elsewhere, just like it was back in the day, WWE, WCW, same thing. So I never once said Edge is so loyal that he would never leave. I said Edge was at the stage of his career to where, he's thinking about one thing and one thing only, and that's his family. Boom, that's it. He can always go back. I think the door will always be open for it. This is an experiment. I mean, but I don't think Edge has left on bad terms or anything like that. Just like when I left, I didn't leave on bad terms. When I came back, I came back. So I think it's the best of both worlds for that young man. I got Trick Williams calling me. I'm gonna make sure to let him know I hit him back. You know what I mean? Oh boy, he must got some action going down. And, always you got to go to the Oracle. You know what I mean? That's what I'm still calling myself, the Oracle.
Well, yeah, but for Edge, like we talked about earlier in the week, and I'm sure people listen to the podcast, if we did earlier in the podcast, I'm not shocked that he went over to AEW, and here's the thing. This is what I wanted to ask you though. Are you surprised that they're going? It seems as though they're going straight for the Edge and Christian feud. I don't know if you saw the clip of Christian Cage.
Yeah.
Edge goes
Yeah, I
out,
saw that. Yeah.
asks to be his tag team partner, and then Christian Cage hugs him and says, "Go F yourself," which is just, I'm telling you, this actually, when it's all said and done, we might look at this as Christian's best run. At least it's one of his most memorable because he is killing it in AEW. This man's wrestling with a turtleneck. I mean, how could you hate this man anymore? He's phenomenal at his job right now. Are you surprised they went to that already out of the gate?
I think if you're going to do it, you might as well do it. And they used to beating around the bush.
Yeah.
I think if you want to, get the water hot right off the bat, you do something like that. I mean, they could easily have come in and hugged and been friends, and when I did the tag thing, and then turn. But this is like the shot right out of the gun, boom, and things kicked off. So I think this is the right way to do it. I don't know how much time both of these guys got left. As far as how long this run is going to be. So yeah, if you're going to do it, you go ahead and do it. I think it's a great idea. And I don't want to. The thing is, I don't want to sit here. I saw that on YouTube when it happened. I think I saw some clips of it. Edge came out and then he picked the chair up and everybody screamed and whatnot. But I don't want. I know a lot of people goes, well, Booker, he doesn't even watch AEW, and that's true. I don't watch AEW. I don't have a whole lot of time to just be sitting around watching wrestling shows, but I do try to keep up with it as far as who the players are. I don't care about the guys that's just on the card, but the players. I try to keep up with the players, and right now, Edge is definitely one of the players. Christian is definitely one of the players. So yeah, I'm gonna keep up with what those guys are doing.
Yeah, and it's cool to see them because we never thought, forget Edge or Adam Copeland being in AEW, we never thought that we'd see him back in a wrestling ring. And then when he came back to a wrestling ring, we never thought that we'd see Christian back in a wrestling ring, let alone, could anybody have imagined 3 years ago that in AEW there'd be an Edge and Christian feud going on? Like, nobody would have ever called that shot. Christian was retired, Edge was sidelined.
Yeah.
Boom, here we are.
Yeah. And I've said also, you want to finish it your way. You don't want to go out on anybody's terms a lot of times. I get that. I get it 100%. So when I see people, talking and saying, certain things, just outside the realm of the way I think about this business, and if anybody have ever heard me talk, they would understand that I always have thought about how much money that one can make out of this business at the end of the day, because it's not something that lasts forever. And you got to know how to parlay, making that money and being able to take care of your family, because I know a lot of us, don't want to end up like the wrestler. We want to end up, being able to be smooth selling. We want to live like Terry Funk our whole life on that double cross ranch, getting catered to, all that stuff. But now, man,
yeah,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm happy for Edge and Christian to have this second reunion together in another company, and a second chance at doing a feud. And I remember, man, it was years ago, and it might have been on Sam Roberts' show that Edge did an interview after he had retired the first time and said, he was working toward having Christian be the guy to wrap it up for him. He wanted to go out, retire, losing to Christian. I'm talking 10 years plus ago. This was an idea that Edge was thinking about. And I'm sure the fact that Christian Cage was over in AEW obviously had a lot of influence on his decision. It'd be silly to think that it didn't. I think there are three things that really weighed in on his decision, maybe even four. Do I have anything left I want to accomplish in WWE? How much is AEW paying? Who all can I work over there? Is it like a challenging and fresh and exciting roster to work with? And my buddy's there, my best friend since we're 10 years old, and he's having a great time and a great run over there. When you look at all those things and think logically, yeah, anybody who's still surprised, or even I see a lot of people are mad that Edge is in AEW. I'm like, why are you mad? He's still wrestling. He's still on TV.
A lot of people like who? Just fans?
Like online fans.
Okay,
Fans.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure people are going to be upset. I mean, I told you this tribal warfare is pretty much a real thing. It's always been that way, and a lot of people probably pretty sad to see Edge make that ship jump all the way over to AEW and start anew. But me personally, I'm not mad at him because I understand how this business is. It's not short. You want to finish it the way you do, and like you say, being able to finish it with Christian. I was reading something. I was reading something that it was his dream to be able to finish his career with Christian, the way he started it. I get it, man. I get that. You know what I mean? I wish I could have finished my career with my brother. And, maybe we did, at Reality Wrestling, the final heat. But it's definitely one of those things to where those guys been with each other along this journey since the beginning. And at the end of the day, it's not the money. The money is all great. The money is great, but you can't take it with you. The stories, the camaraderies, friendships, the memories. Man, that stuff is priceless. We got to take a break. You're in the Hall of Fame. Stick around. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? And this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew. Guys, let's talk about it. Let's talk about sex. Hey, you remember when you was always ready to go? I'm talking about strapping the rocket on it, man. Going straight to the moon. I'm talking about getting it done. If you want that extra confidence, I got something for you. Listen up. BlueChew.com. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, but in a chewable tablet at the fraction of the cost.
But the great thing, Book, is you can take it any time, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. You sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days.
The best part, guys, it's all done online on the internet. So there's no doctor's visit, no awkward conversations, no waiting in line at a pharmacy or any of that.
And the thing is, Book, Blue Chew's tablets, they're made right here in the USA and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a discreet package, so no one is the wiser.
Let's just get it out there, guys. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. It's like this. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try Blue Chew absolutely free when you use promo code Booker at your checkout. Just pay $5 for shipping, man. That's BlueChew.com. Use promo code Booker to receive your first month absolutely free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And, we want to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the Hall of Fame podcast. Chew it and do it. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. We rolling, talking about a little bit of something. But I know a lot of people out there, a lot of super chatters out there. Brad, what we got? We got anything? We got any super chatters we need to get to? Can you hear me? Brad's down. Is Brad down? Brad Gilmore is down. We got to get him back. Where you at, Bradley? We're talking about a little something here inside the Hall of Fame. I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but if you can, we was talking about Edge. We was talking about AEW. We was talking about Edge making that paper and not skipping out on it and leaving money on the table. I talk about that all the time. So I'm happy for Edge. I'm happy for AEW. Everything those guys are doing over there. One thing about me, I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. Brad, you back?
I'm back.
You back?
I'm back.
Just sitting there talking about Edge, letting everybody know that everything over there at AEW doing, everything that Edge is doing, Christian, I'm going to be the last one to hate. So all you guys out there that's in the social media world that do the comments, rest assured, you're not going to see me hating if it's nothing to hate on. If it's something for me to hate on, not hate on, voice my opinion on, I may voice my opinion on some stuff from a constructive perspective, such as the CM Punk's situation. You know, I said how toxic that situation was, and I said how toxic that situation was going to get with the EVPs from day one. I think I was one of the first to say something like that, but it wasn't a negative or anything like that. It was just the truth. Just because I know how this business works. There again, I know how it works. I know how it works from the inside. I work with so many of the guys to where I know how the boys think, especially when there's money involved. And when it's a lot of money involved, man, it's a political sandstorm. It really can be. And if you don't know how to navigate it, got one of those masks on all the time, shh, get sucked right in. You feel me?
Yeah, you know,
What?
when it came to AEW, I remember you saying specifically.
That was a pretty good analogy, wasn't it? Political sandstorm. Yeah.
I liked it. But I remember when AEW first started, yeah. I know that early on or throughout the first couple of years, there was kind of this, I don't know, thing on the internet that if it's on AEW, Booker doesn't like it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Which is
that
really the opposite of the truth. It was really the opposite of the truth. You liked a lot of stuff that was on AEW. You didn't like everything, and you were critical at some points. But the one thing that you did say that I can attest to is you said when I said these are the 4 EVPs, the Bucks, Kenny Omega, Cody. The first thing you said on this show, someone can go find it in the hours, hundreds of hours that we've done since then. You said, "Yeah, that's not going to work." The first thing you said.
Yeah.
First thing you said. You know?
Yeah. It's exactly, and that wasn't a negative. That wasn't a slight. That wasn't a jab or anything like that. It was the truth. No, I mean, friendship only goes so far in this business. You can be the best of friends when you come in, and next thing you know, you hate each other. You don't want to be around each other. Some of the greatest tag teams that ever lived, ever put on a pair of boots, coming to this business, loving each other at the end of their careers. They don't want to ever see each other, talk to each other ever again. Trust me, I understand it. I've been there. I live it every day. But, here nor there. I see Brad's frozen again on me. Brad, you there? You there? You flaked out on me again? See, Brad over there, he's got that JoJo internet. And I told him he needs to get the high speed. I told him he needs to get the high speed internet like I got, with all the, the stuff in it, the satellites, stuff the UFOs, be using, stuff that Tesla was involved with way back in the day as far as building, so, but hopefully we'll get him back here in a second. Stuff that Tesla was building. That was some good stuff right there. Brad, you there? You there? You back? You back,
Maybe.
Brad?
Maybe.
You back? I was saying you need to
Maybe.
get the
I'm
stuff
not
that
sure.
I got. Man. You need to get the high speed stuff that I got, like that Tesla was building back in the day. That's what I got. Tesla helped me put all this stuff in here. I got the stuff on the roof, and yeah. So mine ain't going out. You ain't got to worry about me.
Tesla? What the hell are you talking about? You got a car charger on top of your house?
Look, man, Tesla was involved with all of this stuff being built. The stuff goes back a long, long way. It's stuff that you don't know about. It's knowledge that you're totally unaware of. But yeah, my house fully wired. You know what I mean? So don't you gotta worry about it. Nothing going on over there. I don't care what kind of storm happened. You know, we fully wired in. And what do they call it? Firewalled. Yeah, that's it. Firewalled.
Maybe you could help some of our elected officials. Hey, we have several super chats. We have several super chats to get to, but before we get to any of them, I wanted to get your feedback. What did you think of our conversation with one of the greatest of all time, Trish Stratus, inside the Hall of Fame?
I loved it, man. I love Trish. You know, my co Hall of Fame mate went in same time, same place. It was a great time, and to see her still out there making waves, making noise, making news, the way she's doing it inside the middle of that square circle, I give her a whole lot of props. Just because she could easily have, went off into the sweet night, and just been a mom with her 2 kids, and done the Canada's Got Talent thing and every other operation that she's got going on. She could have just, because she doesn't have to do it. She doesn't have to do it, but it just showed the passion of that same young woman that first started, that wanted to prove that she could still do it, prove that she could still do it at the highest level with the best. And what I always say, how you gonna tell a man, that he can't do it no more? You can't do it. You gotta let him try. You gotta let him try. And for her to have been able to go out there and do it so well, I give her a lot of credit. And the thing is, from the conversation, it doesn't seem like the party's over. The party's not over. Seems like we're gonna keep the thing rolling just a little bit longer. So I would love to see Trish Stratus versus Tiffany Stratton one day. That would be an awesome match. So if that is to come to fruition, guys, you heard it first right here inside the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it would be a sight to see, right? Because when you think about Trish, she was, and she made reference to this, she was a fitness model, came in, she was really a valet at first. She was put with Test and Albert for a while. She had the story with Vince and that whole thing, the storyline. And you saw her in one perspective, and then she started working more. And this is still in the era of the bikini contests and the pillow fights and matches like that. And it could have been very easy for Trish to be pigeonholed in that particular box. But she continued to get better and better and great in the ring in her first run. And what people fail to realize is back in the day, a run for any talent on the roster was just 4 or 5 years. And then the female talent expectancy was much shorter. You would see them 2-3 years, and then they were gone and never to be heard from again. And Trish was in from, I think, about 2000 to 06, 07 was her first run. And then to be able to come back, and I almost would argue the matches she's had since coming back in the run with Charlotte Flair, and then now in this run with Becky, were better than most of the matches she had in her original run, which were great as well. But her mind, I think, is different. The thinking about it is different. You talked about this a lot, like the conversation you had with The Undertaker. Why did it take us so long to figure this out? To have what's up here is almost in this game more valuable than what you can physically do match-wise.
Yeah. The thing is, I could see, the little bitty things as far as Trish goes inside the ring, but most people are not going to be able to see it just because she's a veteran. She can hide it very, very well. She knows exactly what she's capable of doing at this stage of the game, and keeping it simple and knowing how to go out there and making the fans feel is something very, very unique and uncanny. Everybody can't do it. It's a very, very unique talent. Just talking to my students about that just last night as far as making sure you could, I say it's just like when you're a little bitty kid and you have that star and you have to do connect the dots. If you don't connect the dots right, it's going to be screwed up. It's not going to look right. Yeah. So I said, but if you connect the dots right every time, that star is going to be perfect. And it was like, oh man, okay, I got it. I think I understand. So she's one that have always been able to connect those dots very well. And at this stage of the game, she knows, she's playing chess. She's playing chess right now. So for me, I love seeing Trish Stratus go out there and display the ultimate talent in the middle of that square circle, man. It's pugilism. It's the art. Shakespeare, Romeo and Juliet, Phantom of the Uncommon. Stick around, guys. You're in the Hall of Fame. We'll be back in a minute. Can you dig it, sucker? All right, everyone, it's Booker T and Brad Gilmore here, and we've got something exciting for all you sports, comedy, music, and theater fans out there. We're talking about Game Time, the fastest, easiest way to get your hands on tickets to your favorite events.
That's right, Book. We love all those spontaneous, unforgettable moments, and Game Time is here to make them happen. Whether it's a last-minute decision to see a game or a sudden urge to catch a live show, Game Time has got you covered, giving fans access to tickets even at the last minute in over 60 cities across the United States and Canada.
And guys, this ain't about getting in. This is about getting the best seats in the house. With Game Time, you can see images of your seat before you buy it. So no surprises there, guys. You can score tickets swiftly. Skip the line, guys. Just dive straight into the moment.
Absolutely. And listen to this. Game Time guarantees the best prices. Find tickets in the same section and row for less elsewhere. Game Time will give you a credit of 110% of the difference. So there's no reason to wait, boy.
So whether it's the thrill of the game, the laughter of the comedy, the rhythm of the music, or the drama of the theater, guys, don't let the opportunity skip by. Choose Game Time. Grab your tickets and just enjoy the moment.
Live should be spontaneous, Book. So guys, don't miss out. Check out Game Time now on their app or at gametime.co. That's gametime.co.
Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Just download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the code BOOKER for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Lowest price guarantee. Oh, yes. Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame. I guess we got those super chats we need to get to, right? Because I don't want nothing to go out. Because I'm good. Tesla, we good. We good on this end.
First of all, let me make one clarification before we move forward. The power at my residence is out. OUT, it's gone. It's not in existence. It didn't happen. I had to hop in the F-150, drive down to another location in order to make this show happen today. For anything, I should be getting props. Now, secondly, it's not my internet. So if you're making fun of somebody's internet, I'm not going to get hot about it. It's not my internet.
We know it's not power in that old Apple, whatever. Look,
this thing isn't even plugged in. Like you can't. There's no plug for it. It doesn't even work anymore. Like so, you think this is my clock? This is mine. Look at that wood. That wood has been
the way you was trying to play off that Mac Daddy lean, just trying to make everything blend in. You would have thought it was your place.
I'm trying to fit in the frame. This is what people don't know. People don't know that I'm working over here. I'm working. And you know what? Y'all need to leave me alone, and you can hashtag that, sucker. Let's get to the super chats. The first one is from John JID999. if you both had to rank your top 5 comedians of all time and a comedian you don't feel like gets enough praise, for me, it's Ali Sadiq and Mitch Hedberg.
Well, you know, man, I'm old school, so I don't even watch these new comics today. I love comedy shows. I love going to the comedy show and seeing the new acts, you know, that's like opening up, you know, for, you know, somebody like, you know, Cedric the Entertainer, uh, you know, acts like that. So, but for me, I'm just not off into the acts today. Of course, you know, my number one would be Richard Pryor. You know, of course, you know, Eddie Murphy is on that list. Um, man, let's see who else would be on that list that one you would think I would think. I mean, that you would think that I would really really like somebody like
Bernie.
of course Bernie. I'm trying to think outside the box and see, you know, which acts would I like, but nobody's really come to mind right now. As far as I don't know. I don't know. I love comedy shows, but it's just not something I really you know, think about all the time, I guess. You know, I'm working all the time, I guess. That's why I don't think about it.
Yeah, stand up or comics, because there's been a lot of great comic actors who I love, who've been in movies who weren't necessarily stand ups. But then on the stand up side, man, I just think the people that make me laugh the hardest, and that would be Eddie, it would be Seinfeld, it would be
Robin
uh,
Williams.
Chris Rock. Robin Williams is hilarious. Chevy Chase I liked, even though he wasn't a stand up.
Yeah.
Um, uh, Letterman, Leno. I like those guys.
You know, I'm not a big Letterman Leno guy, you know.
I am.
Yeah, but you know, certain acts, of course, um, make me feel a certain way. Of course, watching Bernie back in the day, watching Richard
Bernie,
Pryor back in the day, you know,
Richard.
watching Eddie, of course, was you know, Red Fox. I even go back that far. And I'm gonna tell you right now, some of his stuff was like some of the best. If you go back and listen to some of Red Fox stuff, you wouldn't imagine. I mean, he was raw. He was raw before Eddie Murphy. He was raw before, you know, Richard Pryor and those guys. I mean, he was really that good as a comedian. But I don't know.
Pryor was funny, man. I love the bit that he had about the vampire, Dracula walking around. Dracula, that was one of my favorite bits of his. Also like as a stand-up, because I saw him this year, even though his style's different, I found myself not belly laughing the whole time, but giggling the whole way through. And that was Adam Sandler had a really funny stand-up show this year in Houston. And another guy
wait,
who comes
you just broke up on me
to
again, Brad.
mind.
You back? You back, Brad? There go Brad again. You back, Brad? There it is. There he is.
I can
Brad.
hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Have you ever seen
and one other one?
Have you ever seen Flex Wheeler?
No,
Flex.
I don't think so.
Man, he's good, man. He will have you laughing so hard you'll just be crying the whole time. I mean, that's how good he really is. And certain guys like Flex, I always wonder, you know, how did this guy keep a job? Because he's always had a job. He's always been in something. You know, you've always seen him. He's always, you know, just one of those guys that never go away. And you just wonder, how does this guy keep a job? And Charmel and I, we went to go see him one night. And I swear, bro, that dude was so funny. So funny. He had me dying, you know, throughout the show. So it's one of those comedians, boy, he acted all the way out, you know, falling down, running around, making sounds, screaming. It was nuts, you know, but it's definitely a guy you ever see him come to town and you just want to really, really laugh hard, go see Flex.
Well, one other one that came to my mind, I like, of course, Chappelle. We got to give Chappelle some love. Dave Chappelle's hilarious. And Do you remember back in the day, Flip Wilson?
Oh, heck yeah, man.
Flip Wilson's hilarious.
It was real good, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
I like Flip Wilson.
he had his own style too. He's one of those guys that totally went to that other side way back then. Yeah, he wasn't scared to be himself, even back then. That's what was cool about Flip Wilson. Yeah, I just love him. And for him, he was so funny, to be back in that time in that era and get your own show. You got to be pretty good. Yeah, you got to be pretty damn good. So definitely, Flip was definitely a good guy. Keep it rolling, man. Keep it rolling.
Yeah. I also want to give some love to Joan Rivers. And then Callie Tonio says Trick played himself. He should learn to listen to Carmelo. Tried to be there, but oh no, he said Judgment Day. Whoop that Trick, Dirty Dom on top.
Sometimes a man got to be a man and stand on his own 2 feet, like being a gunslinger. And you want to go high noon, by yourself. You want to prove to the world how fast you really are, if you really are that good. So I get it. I get it for Trick. I don't think Trick lost anything. One thing about this business, what I always say about it, as far as the winning and losing part goes, when I win, it's cool. But when I lose, I want to lose the best I possibly can. I want to lose better than I win at the same time. But losing a certain way, you really don't lose. Just like take it yourself, Callie. Just take it yourself. You probably a tough guy. I know you. I know you're a tough guy. I've seen you before. I think you can handle yourself. But if 4 guys run up on you, they're gonna start whooping your ass. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's that simple. So use that concept. Use that concept right there, and it'll bail you out every time. As far as when you see something like that, you say, "Damn it!" But what you gonna also say, Trick? Callie, just like Trick. When I catch one of them, when I catch them by themselves, I got something for them. You know what I mean? So that's the way you think about something like that.
I like it.
Oh yeah, man.
Let's see. This is from Nasir Alexander. Would you guys like to see CM Punk back in WWE?
It's not that I'm opposed to seeing CM Punk back in WWE, but that's really a question for CM Punk. Do he want to be back in WWE? CM Punk said that's a place that he never wanted to go back to. He said that was a cesspool. He said it was this. He said it was that. He said so many things about WWE, and we shouldn't even be asking a question if I want to see CM Punk or anybody want to see CM Punk back in WWE. That's not a question for me.
Boom. Brooklyn Brian says, rated R era. Let's go spear 'em all.
Oh yeah, man. There it is. I love what Edge is doing. Edge is writing his own, ending to his story. This is Edge's book, and I feel like it's only fitting for when you get to this level and this level. I mean, this age, when you get older in the business, you stop listening to people around you. You say, man, I want to do what I want to do. I've listened for the better part of my life to other people. And when you're a man, sometimes you just want to just do it the way you want to do it. If you're able to, if you're in that position to. And I think Edge is, he's got the right to do it the way he wants to do it because he's put himself in that position. Wrestling has been a tool for Edge. Edge, one of those guys that, stepped away from wrestling, but when he stepped away from wrestling, he started acting, he started doing TV, he was on television. He never went away.
Yeah.
Edge never went away. So when he came back, man, it was just like Edge is back. And now Edge is in a position to write his own ending to this story called life. Man, you take that whenever you get a chance. That's just my opinion on that.
Absolutely. Brooklyn Brian comes back and says everybody's hyping up Tuesday, October 10th, AEW versus NXT head-to-head. WWE is loading up John Cena and Cody Rhodes. AEW is doing title Tuesday.
You know what? You damn right. It's a war. I said it was a war. I said it was. I've always said it was a war. not but it's a friendly war. I think. I don't
It's a
think
scrimmage.
I don't think it's a war to where people are going to be getting taken out to the woodshed or anything like that. But I think it's one of those wars to where, man, we want to push you guys. We want to push you guys hard as we can push you, and vice versa. I just think that's the way it is. As far as guys jumping ship, got to take a break here in a second. I said this was something that was going to happen. It's going to be something that was going to be happening frequently because now you got somewhere else to go. That's just human nature, I think. I don't care if you was working at FedEx. You lose your job there, you're going to be looking for somewhere. Am I right or wrong? You're going to be looking for somewhere else to go. We got to take a quick break. We'll be back with Super Chatters, man. Back in a minute. Stick around.
Welcome inside the Hall of Fame. Now, can you dig that?
Boom! Welcome back inside the Hall of Fame, guys. Hey, get ready. October 28th, Fantasy Camp going down at the Row Arena, 9300 Emmett F. Lowry Expressway. The new Row Arena is going to be good. I'm going to be doing my thing again, guys, running you ragged. It's going to be good. And the thing is, we call it Fantasy Camp, but we should call it Reality Camp. That's what we should call it. Guys, if you want to test yourself, if you're that guy that's sitting at home wondering, what it feels like to be a professional wrestler, what it takes, if I could, if I got what it takes to be a professional wrestler, come on out on October 28th and be a part of our fantasy camp. That's where Roxy started at. Roxy started at Roxanne Perez. Now, that's when she started at fantasy camp. She was just a little girl when she first came in that door, man, just about as big as my daughter. And I was like, what are you doing here? And she said she wanted to be a champion one day, and she dreamed of, since she was a little bitty girl, to be not the WWE champion, not the NXT champion, but the reality of wrestling champion. So if you want to test yourself, come on out on the 28th. It's only a 5-hour day, from 12 noon to 5. And it's a gut check. It's one of those things to where you push yourself to the point to where you say, man, maybe I really can do this. Not just do the wrestling thing, but do life, because you're going to be pushing yourself in life every day you wake up. If you don't have this mentality to where sometimes you got to do it yourself, man, you can find yourself in a hole. So if you're anywhere in the surrounding areas, October 28th, Fantasy Camp going down, 9300 Emmett Lowry Expressway, Booker T. Rowe Arena. Oh, yes. It's going to be good.
I'm excited. I'm excited for it. And you say it's just 5 hours, but it's 5 hours. You feel the hours.
5 hours.
I mean, you're gonna feel them.
You know what? But I'm gonna be right. I'm gonna be right there with you. I'm gonna walk down there, right there with you. Let's just say that.
I'll be there supervising. Yes, of course. Let's see. We got another super chat here that's coming from Brooklyn. Brian, can't wait for Jade debut in WWE. Let's go.
The world is waiting. The world is waiting on Jade Cargill, and you're a star when you come when that name get there before you do. I've
Yeah.
always said that. You know, if the
Yeah.
name get there before you do, oh, they know you. And trust me, they know Jade Cargill. She's a bona fide future superstar. And I can't wait, man.
You know, you slide into your falsetto pretty good. You slide right into it pretty good. Pretty impressive there. I'm not
I've
gonna lie to you.
mastered that part right there. People always say, "Are you a singer?" I bet I wish I was. Man, I wish I had that ability. Seriously.
Be a crooner. Big Soul says Brad got that schoolhouse internet, guys. I'm
I
telling
told
y'all.
you he don't have that Tesla brand, you know, where everything's wired, everything's firewalled. Yeah, everything. The, all the lights could go out and it'll still work. Internet and everything. All the power will go out.
Let's see our next one. The Dork Knight. So when do we see Booker T in AEW?
I can tell you this. I can tell you this. If I was ever at a place where I needed to go to AEW and AEW wanted me, I would not be opposed to that. It's not something that I see myself ever having to do. But saying ever is a long time. Ever is a long time. It really is. You just never know what life is going to throw you tomorrow. I don't know. I mean, I could get a letter tomorrow. Seriously, that's just the way this thing works. You're not going to see me complain about it. I'm gonna just keep on rolling. And if my brother told me a long time ago, and that's why I think I've lasted this long in this business, just because of something my brother told me. And it was a really, really good piece of advice. He told it was my first job when I first came home from prison. I needed my brother to help me get a job, you know, just so I can get out of the hood and for me not to find myself going back. And my brother, you know, said, you know, I asked my brother, "Hey, you think you can help me get a job?" He knew me, he knew what I was about. And he said, "Yeah, man, I can help you get a job, you know, but I just need you to do one thing for me." And I go, what is that? He goes, "No matter what that job is, I don't care if it's sweeping floors, I don't care if it's washing windows, I don't care if it's cleaning out storages, I don't care what it is." He said, "You do that job to the best of your ability, till something else better comes along." And I said, "I could do that." And I've been doing that for the last 30 years, doing the job
Wow.
to the best of my ability. And if this job was to leave, whatever else comes along, I'm gonna be prepared. Preparation is the only luck you're ever gonna have to step in that spot. So let's just say that.
Wow. Yeah. Do the job to the best of your ability. All you can ask for. And Brooklyn Brian, who's been just killing it with the questions today, says maybe Cody will work with NXT talent like his dad, the American Dream.
Cody's on a mission. Cody ain't got time to be working with nobody right now, in my opinion. He ain't got time to be coming to NXT to get in the ring and roll around with those kids. Those kids, you know, aspirations are to be Cody Rhodes one day, ascend to that top spot, be a star, not just a star, but a star in this business. And that's just my opinion on that. Cody's there for a reason. Ratings, man. Ratings.
Ratings, man. That's what it's all about.
See, there it
Brooklyn
is.
Brian says,
You back.
will Cody announce the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, or could Cody introduce Jade?
You know, that's a toss-up. I like both. Uh, Dusty was a huge figure in NXT, in that brand with those young guys. His impression he made on so many of them was you know, yeah, you know, unbelievable. Those guys talk about Dusty still to this day. So yeah, that would be awesome. But Jade, I don't know. I don't know if we need to see her in NXT. I think we need to see her on the main roster first.
Agreed.
That's just my opinion. I think the world needs to see Jade on the big stage coming in, you know, from the sky, you know, like in a bubble. just like comes out, and then when the bubble hits, it bursts. Boom. Then she just walks out. And that's what I'm just saying. We're with Endeavor now. They got all kind of money. Yeah. Build a spear. Whatever we got to do, I don't care. But yeah, make sure she's looking good when she come out. Yeah, that's my
Well,
opinion.
that's not going to be an issue. Well, I think that TKO's got the ducats, so they need to spend it. You know what? They could do like a whole, because there's a lot of this stuff on the internet. I don't know if you've seen where people compare to Storm from the X-Men. Storm was actually played in the movies by Halle Berry, but in the comics, she's got kind of the white hair, the gray hair, and all that. It'd be cool if they did like a Storm themed entrance, for Jade, the first one, like I almost slipped there. I almost said some profanity. But just have all kinds of cool stuff, freaking cool stuff happening, Storm themed. That'd be pretty sweet.
I got it. Yeah, we got it.
You got it. let me move on. This guy named Alex. What is 2024 looking at for Raw?
Man, 2024 Raw. I know we're going to be in a better place than we are right now. That's my ultimate goal. I always look to grow reality of wrestling year by year, and I think this year we're on pace to do very, very well. Just debuting our brand new arena just last couple of weeks ago, and now we're getting ready to have another show there. But I think that the more you guys see what we're doing at Reality of Wrestling on a weekly basis, I think we're going to let you guys be the judge of that. We're going to let you be the judge of how big Reality of Wrestling is, how good it is, where we rank as far as, wrestling content out there on YouTube, as well as hopefully we're in your area. But we plan on taking Reality of Wrestling into other areas. So just stay tuned and, jump on the road, be a part of the nation.
All right, we got 3 more, and then we're going to have to wrap up today. This is from Guardian of Chaos. Evening champs, props here at Paradise Alley Pro Wrestling from Paul Roma and Mario Mancini. Hope you are well.
Man, give my man Paul Roma a shout, man. Always love seeing Paul out there when we're doing the cons. That's just so not too long ago. He was overseas or something, doing some stuff. So it's always good to see Paul Roma, as well as he's always been like me as far as trying to give back and work with the young guys and spread that knowledge around, and hopefully somebody pick up a little bit of that knowledge and move to that next level.
This one comes from RJL Jr. WWE is taking too long with Cody Rhodes' story being champ.
I try not to read into the story as far as him being champ. I feel like that's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. But just thinking about it, it's like that kid at Christmas time. You just want it to get there. You just want Christmas to get there. And then when Christmas get there, it's over that quick. Am I right or wrong? I swear I used to hate being a kid, waiting on Christmas to get there all night. Then they get there, you get your presents open, damn it, it's over.
Gone.
It's gone. So
still like that.
Enjoy the ride. Enjoy it. Enjoy Cody coming out and having angles with other guys, and then when he finally cash in, it will be a great night. But we just can't think about it like it's Christmas.
We got 2 more super chats that just popped in. Big Soul again says, quick, can we hear the Booker T version of the HBK song?
No, you can't.
I'm Mr. Booker T. Booker T.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, let me tell you something. I hated doing that, okay? I know you can edit this thing down. You can edit it down, whatever, Brad. That's on you. If we get some more super chats coming in, we're taking them. But I hated doing that. That one scene, singing that song, I hated that so much. I was so out of my element, out of my feeling doing that. But I was always one, if I was going to do something, I wanted to try to do it the best I possibly could. I swear to God, that's what my head was doing that scene.
Well, it's iconic. People remember it.
People remember it. It wasn't one of my favorite, but it's been a lot of times where it wasn't my favorite. But I think in this job, you do the best of your ability to what comes along next.
And this is the last one we have right now. You can still get them in according to BT. He's got time for y'all today. If you have any more super chats, get them in here in the next minute or so. But this comes from the Dork Knight. Love your book. Thanks for being so cool to my son when we saw you in Houston about 15 years ago. And to both of you for being so cool to me at the Rose Show here in Vegas. You and Brett are my faves. When he says you, I think that he's referring to me, but I appreciate that, Dork Knight. But yeah. But yeah, man. Those small encounters mean the world, right, Book?
Those memories are lifelong. They always say don't never meet your heroes, but I always want fans, when they meet me, they have an experience that they're going to walk away from saying, man, that was pretty cool. I always say, the memories either going to be, he's a butthole or he was a really, really cool guy. So for me, I always want people to leave with that moment where they say, man, Book was, man, he was cool. He was really cool people. No one's gonna say that they met me and I wasn't, a nice person to them, unless they met me when I was eating, or unless there really was that person that ticked me off. Other than that, I've had nothing but great experiences with my fans, along this ride over 30 plus years, and I still got left in the tank. So stick around, guys. I ain't going nowhere. At least I hope not anyway. Let's just say that. God, just keep me along this ride as long as you can. I still got more work to do. But I know we got to get out of here, Brad, for all the heavy lifting, man. I want to thank you for, getting that done. I know even with that JoJo internet, you got it done, dog. You got it done. All the super chatters. Everybody for stepping inside the Hall of Fame, getting your champagne, wishes, caviar trains. We always appreciate you guys, and we love you stepping inside the Hall of Fame. On a regular, man. On a regular dog. We got to get out of here, man. We appreciate you. We love you. Peace. We out.